one complaint I normally receive from a lot of men nowadays is that their performance is not good despite they taking all sorts of medications. You know, it is the aim and a wish of any man whose performance in the other room is not going on well to bring the performance back as it was before. So this normally, you know, motivate most men to go in for other aphrodisiacs and other stuff in order to revamp the performance once again. But one thing they have observed lately is that despite they taking these measures, these medications and aphrodisiacs, still the performance is not worth coming, or it's not forthcoming. This has left a lot of, you know, confusion, a lot of misunderstanding in their mind, and it has also escalated into their relationships between they and their, you know, wives. That is why I have decided in today's video to pinpoint the reason why such thing is going on well. You know, I always advise men who are on this platform or who will be watching this video that anytime you realize that your performance is not going on well, please don't be in a hurry to quickly go in for something that can help you. Meaning, don't be in a hurry to go for aphrodisiac. First of all, try your possible best to what? To find out what exactly is causing that, because every man automatically is born to perform very well without taking any medication. That is how God, you know, created us. He created us not to come onto this earth to be taking medication upon medication, all, you know, with the aim of what? Performing well in the other room. No, that is not how God created us. He gave us the strength automatically. But if at a point in time in your life as a man, you realize that your performance is not going on well, things are not going on well in the other room, in the bedroom, please, about 7 to 8, you know, factors may have been the cause. There are 5 or 7 to 8 factors that can lead any man to what? To perform poorly in the other room, including my good self. If I am suffering from any of those issues, definitely my performance is going to go, you know, off. So if you are not, you know, you don't take time to make your research to find everything out as to what is causing your poor performance, you may end up going to buy the wrong medication, because it is in the mind of every man that any medication which is, you know, designed to help men in the other room is capable of helping in all the situations. No. So you need to tackle the cost first before you can be able to, you know, treat whatever problem you may be having. I hope you understand. So that is my aim. So in this video, what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to outline, I'm not going to take much time, but I'm going to outline some of the, you know, reasons why most men are not performing well despite they drinking or taking any form of medication. You understand? Now, the first factor that can cause poor performance in the other room is what? Is depression. I always tell men that don't put yourself in a depression mood. The moment you are depressed as a man, automatically your performance will never be, you know, in a good shape. But don't forget, by the end of this video, I am going to, you know, recommend to you one important herbal stuff that is capable of addressing about 6 to 7 of the factors I am going to outline to you. So don't go anywhere, just stick around and watch this video all the way to the end. And let me use this opportunity to plead to you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Click onto the notification bell icon, select all, so that anytime we come your way with videos like this, you'll be the very first person to get notification. Now, number one, like I said, depression. If you are depressed, you having issue at the office, you are having issue in the house, maybe between you and your wife, there is this kind of misunderstanding between the two of you, or your children are giving you problems at workplace, your colleagues are giving you tough times, your clients are giving you tough times, and so on and so forth. This can put you in a depression situation, and which is going a very long way to affecting your performance in the other room. I hope you understand. So depression is number one. So if, like, for instance, you are depressed and you go just behind the depression buying all sorts of aphrodisiacs, do you think that aphrodisiac is going to help? That aphrodisiac will never help, simply because you haven't taken time to tackle the depression. So let's all men be mindful of this point. Point number two, diabetes. If you are a man and you are suffering from diabetes, you are suffering from high blood glucose, your blood glucose level is high, there is all chances that your performance will definitely go bad. Your performance will never and ever be the same. You need to be mindful of that, especially if you are on a diabetic medication like metformin. If you are on diabetic medication, your case is even worse. Even the diabetes alone with that medication can make you weak, not to even talk of adding medication to it. That is going to make things very, very worse and very serious for you. So definitely your performance is going to go off. So supposing this is your situation, you are suffering from diabetes and you go behind the diabetes going for an aphrodisiac, don't you think that you drink all the aphrodisiacs in this world, still your performance is going to be poor? Why? Because you haven't taken time to solve the diabetes. I hope you understand. Should I continue, or I should stop there? Okay, let me go to step number 3, or cause number 3. Number 3, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, or heart related condition. It is the responsibility of our heart to pump in blood for blood circulation to go through. So the heart should always pump blood into the system. That is going to aid blood circulation. You understand? So if in an event where the heart itself is not in good shape, the heart muscles are weak, at the end of the day, there is no going to be proper blood flow throughout the system. And you and I will attest to the fact that this thing, in between our legs, our two legs, our manhood, our joystick, our bulla, it works purposely, or it works with blood. Without blood, there is no way your bulla, your manhood is going to be strong, is going to be erected. I hope you understand. Now, the only avenue, or the only organ that can pump in proper blood into the manhood, into the bulla, is the heart. So in an event where the heart is sick, automatically you are going to also be in trouble as far as your performance in the other room is concerned. Very, very simple. I hope you understand. So in this case, like I repeated, if you go behind the heart problem, the high blood pressure, and you go and take any medication, don't you think it is going to harm you? Haven't you heard that most people normally lose their lives on top of women, especially elders of churches? Because those are the people whose cases are normally heard. You see a very old man losing his life on top of a very young lady, simply because he has gone to take in an aphrodisiac, which is putting more pressure on the heart. The heart is already weak. So instead of him to treat the heart problem, he went on to buy something that can put more burden, that can put more pressure on the heart. So at the end of the day, you realize that the heart will fail. So heart problem or high blood pressure can make you very weak in the other room. Factor number 4, prostate enlargement or prostatitis. If you are a man and your prostate gland becomes too enlarged, your prostate gland becomes out of shape, as in enlargement, automatically you are going to suffer from poor performances in the other room, either erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation. Definitely you are going to do that. So at the end of the day, you need to tackle it first. You need to identify the problem, then you tackle the problem. When the problem is solved, then your power, your manhood can come back to life. I hope you understand. Number 6, if you are a man and you are suffering from any form of infection, both viral infection or bacterial infection. Bacterial infections such as gonorrhea, such as syphilis, okay, such as chlamydia, candidiasis, and then talking of the likes of staphylococcus, the likes of salmonella typhi, which is typhoid, malaria, okay, and so on and so forth. They are all bacterial infections. When you suffer from these type of infections, automatically your performance is going to be affected. The same way if you are suffering from viral infections such as hepatitis, such as the H and the I and then the V, such as the herpes simplex 1 and 2, okay, HPV, human papilloma virus, and so on and so forth. If you are suffering from any of these infections, automatically your performance is going to what? It's going to go down. Okay, so right now, even if I decide to stop here, you could clearly see why your performance is not going on well, and you could clearly see the reason why you have been taking all sorts of medications, yet your performance is still the same. I hope you understand. So that is that. And then number 7, the 7th one could be either piles or hemorrhoid or cocoa. Piles, hemorrhoid or cocoa. Here in Ghana we call it cocoa, but in English you can call it hemorrhoid or you can call it piles. If you are a man and you are suffering from any of these situations and conditions, you are likely to suffer from poor performances in the other room. And then the 8th one could be either, some say excessive masturbation. Yes, excessive masturbation too can render a man performing very poorly in the other room. And then within that same shell, you can also say that lack of sex. If a man abstains himself from sex for very long time, there is a likelihood that such a man too will be suffering from poor performance. So I have merged the two and make them one. Excessive masturbation and abstinence from sex, I have put them together in one category, which is the number 8. So my brother, you now have seen the reason why you are not performing well in the other room, despite you taking all the aphrodisiacs in town, yet you are still not performing very well. I hope you understand. So that is that. Now there is something I would like to share with you, which is going to at least solve about 6 or 7 of these factors I have just mentioned, or these health conditions I have just mentioned. Which means if you are able to practice it as I'm going to tell you consistently and religiously, you are likely to regain your power back to where it belongs. And I'm speaking to you about no solution than ginger. You can see ginger on your screen. Yes, ginger. Don't play with it. You might just see it as a normal ginger, as a normal commodity which can be found in your homes, which can be found in your houses. But if I should tell you the effectiveness of this ingredient, you will be shocked to bone. So I will recommend and then appeal to you that go for ginger and then heal yourself. I hope you understand. And how do you do it? All you need to do is to gather plenty of the ginger, maybe a 2 handful or a handful. Wash them very nicely and make sure you don't take off the peel, or you don't take off the skin. just make sure you wash it, crush it very well. Having crushed it, you have two options. You can either transfer it in your blender and blend, add little water to it, blend it. Having blended it, you can then sieve out the raw ginger juice and then put them in a bottle. Then every morning you shake it, and then you pour out about 2 tablespoonfuls of the ginger juice, and then you dilute it in about half glass of warm water and drink it morning and evening as a man. Or you can better still boil it and make a tea of it. Having crushed it, you transfer it into your silver, pour onto it about 600 to 700 ml of water, boil it on fire for at least 10 to 15 minutes. After that, you are good to go. You can drink 1 teacup in the morning, 1 teacup in the evening. Be consistent with it, be religious, with it for at least 3 months. And definitely, if your poor performance is caused by either diabetes, either high blood pressure, either prostatitis, prostate enlargement, either any of the infections, and so on and so forth, by the grace of Almighty God, this ginger tea is going to take care of all these things, and definitely you are going to get back your power, and your captain's armband will be given to you by your coach or your partner. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it amazing? Now the ball is now in your court. It is up to you to practice it. Thank you very much for watching this video all the way to this stage. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, kindly do so. Click onto the notification bell icon you can see, select all, so that anytime we upload a new one, you'll be the very first person to get notified. Copy the link and share to your friends and family, and don't forget to leave any suggestion or anything you want us to discuss going forward under the comment section. We are going to read it and do justice to it. I'll see you again in the next one. Have a nice day.